You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and white sports fans, let's talk about LeBron James and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar came out and he ripped LeBron James because LeBron James posted that meme that we talked about the other day in a video, the 3 Spider-Man meme where he labeled one COVID, one the common cold, and one the flu, and they're all pointing at each other. Kareem did not like that. Now, we actually gave praise to LeBron James for posting that because this COVID insanity, it needs to stop. It really does need to stop. If we're ever going to get back to normal completely, the fear porn, all of that stuff, it needs to end. I mean, guys, it's gotten really, really out of control. It has become so political. And we come hard at LeBron James on this channel, but we gave him credit for speaking the truth about this whole virus, okay? Now, we're not giving you any type of medical advice. You should do your own research. Check with your own doctor if you have any questions about that. But let's go ahead and dive into this. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar rips LeBron James for, quote, uninformed COVID meme. LeBron had posted a meme about coronavirus last week with Spider-Man heroes. NBA legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar came after LeBron James in his latest Substack column on Monday. Abdul-Jabbar criticized the Los Angeles Lakers superstar for posting a coronavirus-related meme last week. The meme showed 3 Spider-Man superheroes pointing at each other. One was labeled COVID, the other the flu, and the third one labeled cold. Quote, "Help me out, folks," James wrote in the caption of the Instagram post. And Kareem got triggered by that. Abdul-Jabbar suggested James was spreading coronavirus misinformation and was doing a disservice to the black community, who he says have been disproportionately affected by the pandemic. I'm going to stop right there, okay? This whole thing, that COVID is disproportionately affecting the black community, let's stop it right there. It's affecting people mainly that don't take care of their bodies, people that don't eat right, people that don't want to lose weight. And what happened when the pandemic hit? They didn't want you to go to the gym and work out. The gyms should have stayed open because the people that are in the best of health, that exercise, that don't sit around on that couch and eat potato chips, those are the people that were recovering pretty fast if they actually did get infected. The people that were mainly dying from the virus were people with underlying health conditions, i.e. being 40, 50 pounds overweight. I'm just being real. You're not doing yourself any favors when it comes to anything with health, whether it's the virus, diabetes, whatever. Get off your butt, walk around, get active. That's what you really need to do, but I'll move on. Quote, the meme's implication is that LeBron doesn't understand the difference among those 3 illnesses, even after all the information that's been presented in the press. Well, since he asked, let me help him out by explaining the difference and how knowing that the difference might save lives, especially in the black community, the former NBA center wrote in his column. And you can see here, this is the meme right here that Kareem is triggered about. Now, LeBron James, he probably had an awakening, really, when it came to him actually missing a game because apparently he tested positive. But he's like, man, I don't even feel sick and you got me in protocols. This is ridiculous. That's the way LeBron was thinking. And then they had, 5 other players on the team. And I believe the NBA as a whole has something like 100 players in the COVID protocols. And there's no word on who's actually sick. But I'm gonna leave you guys with this here, okay? Think about this. These NBA players are playing in arenas. We have yet to hear about any outbreaks among fans. I haven't heard not one. And these arenas have 17, 20,000 people. and you haven't heard about one single outbreak from somebody attending an NBA game. Nothing whatsoever. Spider-Man is out there right now. Speaking of Spider-Man, movie theaters are sold out. You have heard nothing about a COVID outbreak in the movie theaters. I can't think of one, but I'll move on. Abdul-Jabbar took issue with James's statement in September about encouraging others to get vaccinated to protect themselves against the harsh side effects of COVID-19. He said the Instagram post is, quote, automatically political, impactful because he questions the validity of the efforts to get the country vaccinated. Now, LeBron James, he even admitted, that he was a skeptic when it came to the jab, but he got it anyway. But he didn't think it was his place to tell people what to put in their bodies. Now, when it comes to social justice stuff, LeBron James will run his mouth, but he agrees with me that people shouldn't be forced to actually put something in their body that they don't want. I don't believe LeBron was spreading any kind of misinformation when it came to the virus or anything like that. People are sick and tired, man. People are just going to have to learn to live with this thing because guess what? It is not going away. The flu has been around forever. Guess what? There is no cure. You get an annual flu shot. I guess you may have to get an annual COVID shot every year, just like the flu. But it's up to you. I don't believe the government should be mandating anything. That's my opinion. He goes on, quote, as evident by some of the comments that cheer LeBron's post, he's given support to those not getting vaccinated, which makes the situation for all of worse by postponing our health and economic recovery, he wrote. The CDC reports that those who are unvaccinated are 9 times more likely to be admitted to the hospital and 14 times more likely to die from COVID than those vaccinated. The number rises to 20 times more likely when compared to someone who is getting a booster shot. By posting the uninformed meme, LeBron has encouraged vaccine hesitancy, which puts lives and livelihoods at risk. I don't agree with that whatsoever. I don't believe LeBron James is causing any type of vaccine hesitancy. He's already been on record. He's saying it's not his place to tell people what to do. He got the jab because, he didn't want to have to go through all the loops and all this stuff with the NBA. And this is just my opinion on it, but I believe if LeBron James, wasn't in the NBA and if it was just solely up to him, I'm not even sure if he would really get the jab. I mean, the man takes care of his body. He eats good. I mean, he's relatively young. Think about it, man. Look at LeBron. LeBron looks like he is in amazing physical shape. Abdul-Jabbar wrote LeBron James should be helping promote flu vaccinations as well if he's so concerned. Now, the flu vaccine, I've never heard anybody really, for the most part, try to push flu vaccines. The government has never mandated a flu vaccine, and we know this is the flu season as well. LeBron, I must say, man, you brought all this criticism on yourself because of all the social justice lies you put out there. And now people that were loving you for all the social justice stuff, they're turn their backs on you now with this whole Spider-Man meme and the COVID stuff. Quote, while LeBron is a necessary and dynamic voice critical of police brutality against the black community, he needs to be the same necessary and dynamic advocate for vaccines, which could save thousands of black lives right now. The racism is just as real and just as lethal in both cases, he concluded. Wow. Yeah, it does say here, guys, that there are 100 players in the NBA's health and safety protocols. 100 players. But I haven't heard about one single fan attending an NBA game that got the virus from actually attending NBA games. I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, maybe they just don't have any symptoms, but we know the NBA players are tested regularly. They are. But Kareem going after LeBron, turning his back. And guess what? NBA players, 97% jabbed up and roughly 60% boosted. But what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar coming out and ripping LeBron James for his Spider-Man meme? Wow. LeBron was right to post that. The insanity needs to stop. This whole thing has become political. I can't even believe that I'm actually agreeing with LeBron James. I really can't. Because if somebody like LeBron, he has a lot of influence, okay? He really, really does. If he doesn't start speaking up on this, then this country will never, ever get back to normal. Because I believe that there's people out there that actually want the country never to get back to normal because they're empowered by all of this. And you guys know who I'm talking about. You guys know who I'm talking about. And LeBron James actually voted for some of these people. So I have no sympathy for him on that level right there. But I'm glad that he posted the Spider-Man meme. I really am. Kareem, you're wrong, man. You're just wrong. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.